I'm forgetting to record. 3 tablespoons of butter, 7 ounces of the pork loin from the grill, not warmed up, with salt. Doesn't taste right to me. Maybe I'm getting sick because nothing is tasting right. Barely my coffee. This, let me show you why. That is why I cannot upload. See that 0? That's why my videos get so far behind. I went to turn my computer on to upload, but all of them, all 5 internets that we have in this house, all are 0. Now, some of my download speeds are 300, but they are all 0 upload. I don't know what's up with T-Mobile. It's driving me crazy. The crazy part is, 2 hours later, my internet jumped up, and I have managed to get 1.5 videos up. The other one's got 30 minutes left to go. So that's why I'm having to put so many days together, because of my internet. Okay, I have also eaten 2 servings, because there's 3 servings in here. About 2 servings of carrots. I'm on my second coffee of the day. I will probably be going to the store and picking up some strawberries and stuff. I don't plan, as of right now, of having any more protein today. I'm laying that out there. I don't know how much I've had yet. I got to put in my macros. I don't plan on having any more fat today, other than the 3 fat grams that is in the light cream. So I will have a total of maybe 12 more. I've already probably had more than I should have had doing the butter this morning. But I decided that I just need to not have some protein for a little bit, at least today. I need my system to cleanse itself out. And I notice when I just do some fruits, I get more energy. I've been too sleepy. I have been exhausted and tons of pain. So we're going to see if I go back to what I was doing in July, where I ate my meat and whatever fat in the morning. And then come evening time is when I have the keto chow and the fruits and stuff. And I don't mean fruits like I'm not going to eat an apple. We know apple will shoot my blood sugar up. I'm not eating watermelon because we know it'll do the same. I am just talking about like plums and strawberries, blackberries if they have them. But blackberries been tasting like crap. Still might try the keto chow again tonight. Okay. Because I know it wasn't the keto chow. I know it wasn't the cold drinking of the keto chow, because that was hours before. So I went deep diving into my mast cell activation syndrome, because I have watched everything I could since I realized that's what I had. Like when I found it I never even had heard of it. Because the allergist told me when Haley was like 2 that I had this condition where I would need to be taking Nexium and 2 Claritins a day for the rest of my life, and that even if the blood tests work and the scratch on my backs all say I'm not allergic, my body, once it's in my body says I'm allergic and I have allergic reactions. I guess that was a few months before the actual name MCAS, like mast cell activation syndrome, was actually put out there to the allergist and the therapist. Like the whole entire world never even had heard of it. It's been around forever, but there was no name until around that time. So she has told me that, and I stayed on the Nexium for years until like 2020. I went off of it because I was watching Dr. Barry say how it can give you Alzheimer's, so I went off of it. And when I tried to go back on it, I had a severe allergic reaction that ended up me in the hospital. Okay. And I was told to never take it again. I was actually having a real allergic reaction to it, not just mast cell reaction. So those pills help control 90% of it, where I would only have episodes every so often or maybe once a month. And a lot of my episodes I thought were just normal migraines and normal oh my gosh, I can say it right until I want to tell y'all the name of it. Dysnomination. Alright, it's where your main, you know what, I'm just going to Google the word dysnomia. There we go. I think I got it right now. Okay, I've been diagnosed with that for years of my life, which I thought was just the only thing that happened with having that is when you bend over, you faint. Because I don't technically have POTS, because my blood sugar does not, my pulse and blood pressure does not drop when I stand back up. It shoots up, but it drops when I bend over. So technically they call that not POTS, and they diagnosed me with dysnomia, whatever the friggin' word is, and it's a lot of different areas. But I had no idea until last night when I was looking at more mast cell stuff, that when you have both of them, you can't tell which one's messing up. So my mast cell could be completely under control, but the other one's causing me issues. So they both give you gastroparesis. I never say the word, I just tell you my stomach drops, gets the food out slowly. Okay, it's technically gastroparesis. I hate saying it because so many people with it actually have feeding tubes, and I'm not going there. Okay, so both of them causes that issue, causes the stomach to empty extremely slowly. It's why I wasn't a fat girl for overeating, because I was always full. I'm always full. Beef, the only time is when I eat steak and stuff. It takes a lot to fill me up, but any other time I am always, after that I'm full. I'm full until the next day around the same time. So there's that. They both affect your heart palpitations. They both affect stomach issues, diarrhea, constipation. Like, they affect everything together, so you don't know which one's messing up. I was reading and watching some doctors on TikTok who is specialists in these conditions, and it is hard because they say you don't know which one to treat. Like, which do you have your mast cell under control and the other one is messing up, or is it the other way around, or are they both messing up? It is very hard because you kind of treat it a little bit different. The dysnomia, whatever, is a lot of salt. That's why I drink pickle juice. When I'm not having any stomach issues, I just drink a bunch of pickle juice and add salt to it, and that usually takes care of a lot of those ones. But last night, remember I said my house was 66. I was not cold in my house. I went in my mother's house, which was hot, like in 72 or so. It was way hotter, but I got cold walking into her house. One of the main things on both. So what happened was my dysnomia, however, I'm saying it wrong again, whatever. It is hard to regulate your temperature, and you can be freezing when it's hot and vice versa. And because my mast cell is triggered by me being too cold, when this one triggers over here, it triggers the mast cell that made me desperately ill. Which made sense. That's what they said. Which totally, completely made sense, because there was no reason my mast cell should have went off yesterday. It had been hours since I've eaten. There was no lightning storms. I wasn't around anything I was allergic to at that moment or that triggers me. And I was in a hotter house. It's because the other one set it off. Yes, honey. Oh. So that's what caused it. Because my body was unregulating temperature. So even though I was in a hot place, I was freezing cold, chill bumps. And it set off my mast cell. Because my house is 65 right now, and I can go outside, I can come back in. But because my nervous system is working properly right now, I'm not having no reactions. Because my mast cell triggers after the temperature is below 50 for actual temperature cold. Because I have an allergy to temperature cold in the first place, but it has to be like in the 40s and 30s for my actual real allergy to trigger. And the crazy part is, when it triggers my actual allergy, I get covered in hives, I start sweating, and I'm hot as hell, and I'm ripping off clothes. It was very hard for my mom to keep jackets and stuff on me as a teenager. Even in snow, I wouldn't wear them. I would wear stuff like this, and teachers would get so angry. But I was having such allergic reaction that I was on fire from the cold. But putting me in jackets didn't help. It made it worse because I was on fire. It's insane. It's stupid. I've had that condition my whole entire life. That is not a new condition. That is not one that I just discovered. I've had that one my whole life. Always known about the cold issues. So yeah. the one affected the other one, because I was like, there should have been no reason to have, what, JJ? There should have been no reason to have a mast cell reaction yesterday. It just didn't make sense. And then that totally made sense. And it made sense how I cannot figure out how to control it, because I have two conditions fighting against each other, and fibromyalgia can make it worse too. And the dysnomia one is the one that you're not really supposed to exercise hard anymore. That's why I have to be really careful overdoing it and overstraining it, because it can make you pass out, it can make you sicker, which also triggers the mast cell. It's like, this is horrible. I did not, when I went keto, all these issues had disappeared. But the problem is I got the long haul Delta version C word, because I got all the C words, every version of it, and OG. And the only one that kicked my butt was the Delta one. It destroyed me. It activated mast cell activation syndrome in me permanently, where it's never going to go away again. It's never going to hush up like it did. And the problem is, everyone who was diagnosed with the long haul C word from the Delta version is now been diagnosed with mast cell activation syndrome, and they never had it in their life. So the problem is, I already had it, and now I got it. I got it like forever. Not fun. Not fun. But I'm not giving up. Not giving up. We're going to stay low carb. We're going to just find stuff that fits in the low carb world. And I will just play back and forth during the seasons on what I can and can't eat. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, because my weight isn't going up. It is staying the same right now, even during all the stress, all the symptoms, all the issues, all the cortisol issues, no sleep, pure exhausted. It doesn't matter. It is not going up. That's all that matters to me. All that matters. And yes, so my weight went back down to 178.8 today. I forgot to put it on my phone, because I'm tracking now my little app that does my blood pressure, and it's the Rhino one. It does my blood pressure, and it has the scale. It connects to my Samsung Galaxy Watch 8 now, which I'm totally in love with, because I don't have to go put those numbers in anymore. It just goes automatically. Now, if my CGM could do that, then I would be a very happy camper. Hopefully one day in the future they'll tie those together. In the most craziest places. Were you sleeping on Daddy's shoes? You were. Jeez, you're so cute. Yeah, you're so cute. Lorelai, I'm pretty sure you're a girl. Okay, so I'm going to make the salad up first, and then I won't even know the carb count or anything until later when I put it in the thing. But I'm going to make my salad, fruit salad. This is my main dinner. It's 5. And then I'm going to see what the CGM says and a finger prick says. And I will do like sit. And I will do that on cam as well. But I can't show the CGM rating. I can do a screenshot if I remember. I'm going to put a note in there, so I should be able to remember to do a screenshot. What I do is I go in there and put a note of what the finger stick said versus the CGM. Oh, hold on. I am struggling. I struggle when I peel fruit really bad. Just doesn't work. I don't think y'all saw how bad it was. Okay, let's see if I can scoot this back, and there we go. Me and peeling fruit is just not friends. Plus the cats are fighting real bad. I'm going to have to get JJ fixed. I was hoping not to. One is it's so expensive. And I can't just take them to the clinics because they are really, really backed up for months. And you still have to take them to a vet and get all their shots before taking them to the neuter clinic. So that's still going to be like $250 or more to get all the shots that you have to get right now, because rabies and distemper and feline leukemia is like on the rise. So you have to get all those shots first and have proof of it. They will do rabies there, but you still need the other shots. And the rabies there is like $40. So I might as well get it as a whole thing. Okay, let's tear this back out. I think it's too close. There we go.
I just do everything as ounces because it's less numbers trying to find, meaning I don't have to go through and go like, oh, 100 grams. That's going to take me ever to scroll to 100 versus, oh, here's 2 ounces, 3 ounces. And I am sticking something in I said I wasn't going to. Okay. This is not my favorite kind of plum. I prefer the purple ones. They have a bunch of different names. Some are just called purple. Some is a deep red. Like, it depends on what grocery store. I swear they all look the same and taste the same. But these are the, these just have plum as the name. Definitely not my favorite. That's a lot of ounces. Doesn't mean I'm going to eat it all, so. Alright, so I bought organic blackberries and then also normal ones to see if $1 more, but I also get more in the $1 more one, is worth it, and it is because the taste, I mixed them up. The taste, the organic ones are sweet, the other ones are horribly bitter. Okay, 5.5 plums. I'll also record this so I can remember. Like, if I forget, I can just go stick it in there. And let's go to 3 on my blackberries because they are not my favorite anyways. They normally are when they're fresh from the local farms or the right time of the season. They're delicious. The rest of the time they're gross. Oh crap. I know that's 1, but let's just tear it out so I don't get confused. So 5.5. That's just messed up. Okay. Does not look pretty. That's bad on that side. Strawberries are horrible. Like, I was trying to make sure and buy only ones that were not got any soft spots or gross, but this was the only package, only one in the store of the brand I can have. The rest, they've switched over to the one I cannot have, and I'm not really sure why, and I hope they go back to the one I can have, because most of these are bad. So I might get lucky and have these for 2 days. Always start with the berries first when I'm eating. And when I get full, the ones with the more sugar would have been the last ones, meaning I might not even get to them. But usually I don't get full on berries like I do everything else. That's close enough to 5.5. Alright, now here's the part I said I wasn't going to do. It's $1. We're not going to do a lot. I think I'm going to use this one. Probably should go ahead and dump that in the trash first so I have room to work. Yeah. This is just all in my way. Plus the camera's in my way. It's literally touching my face. So let's see how many ounces this is. I don't want salt on everything, but I won't eat this without salt. Alright. Whoa, that's... Might as well bring it down to the same as that. There we go. I did not realize how many ounces was in that. Alright, so 5.5 we'll say on all 3 of those except the blackberries. Okay, now Now it is time for me to put this away, wash my hands very well, and take my blood sugar. So I'll be back in 2 seconds. So my CGM is 109 right now. Now let's find out. I've really scrubbed my hands because that sugar from that fruit could show false high reading. $105, they're only 4 points apart. If it spikes, I will redo this one again with the other number, just to see if they are still together or if they are different. So that's what I'm starting with. We're gonna go with 105 or 109 because they can be 4 points apart. That is perfectly fine that they are 4 points apart. Okay, I just finished eating, so I will look. It will go off if it goes up anyways. If it spikes up past a certain number, the alarm will go off. I think I set it to 120. But I will keep an eye on it. Okay, my stomach doesn't feel like I ate a brick, even though that was more than 1.5 pounds. Well, it was over a pound of fruit, right? So, close to a half or something like that of fruit. Now, do I feel satisfied? No. As soon as I was done eating that, my brain told me that I needed to go eat some steak or cheese or something, which I did not buy any steak. I did not buy any meat on this trip. I only bought fruits and carrots. I still have ground beef and I still have plenty of eggs. But my throat is having a histamine issue. A little histamine issue. My nose is running and it is burning. It is burning. And I'm thinking it was, I don't know. See, my body at different times of the year reacts to different foods, and it is starting to get to the time frame that I start reacting to strawberries. But then again, sometimes I react to plums. So it could be in any of them, but it is burning a little and itchy a little, like, and here's the problem. I have real allergies to fruits and vegetables that are like legit allergies that only affect me certain times of the year, when ragweed season, pollen season, when environmental allergies that I have is worse, then my food allergies are worse. But those are also ones that can be triggered for some people with mast cell as well. So I'm always like, is my real allergy kicking in? Is it that time of the year, or is it just mast cell going a little crazy? But let me tell you, if that does not send me to the bathroom today, then I don't know what will. Because watermelon, alright, when I eat fruit, it isn't the fiber that sends me to the bathroom. Fiber, even powder fiber, will put me on the floor screaming and crying, and I won't go to the bathroom. It is the fluid, I swear, it is the fluid. It's why watermelon, if I just ate watermelon, I would be going to the bathroom like crazy. I swear it's the fluid. But I can't handle water by itself. I'll throw it up. So every time I try, I end up with a horrible episode of stomach acid gushing so bad, but I can have it as coffee. But I also don't drink my coffee like most people do. It takes me 2 to 3 hours to drink that 18-ounce coffee. 2 to 3 hours. Most people would down it. So when I say I'm having 3 coffees a day, that is a 9-hour window, because it takes me that long to eat them. So my sinuses are getting thicker as I'm talking to y'all. I feel like draining more, so I did react to something in there. Something did cause an issue. Now that is not the plums I've ever had before. They did not taste like anything. I made sure it wasn't nectarine. I had to go check because I cannot have those. I can't have anything citrus. And it really could be the blackberries too, because I usually do not eat blackberries come August until next summertime or springtime, because I tend to have more reaction when they're frozen. I don't. Okay, what it is it is a sensitivity, meaning if it's frozen, if it's in ice cream, if it's hidden in cakes, if it's hidden in bread, if it's hidden in things, I don't have a reaction. It is my tongue reacting to it, thinking, oh my god, there's the pollen, there's the protein, and yeah, it has to be hidden. Sometimes I can eat a million eggs, but it has to be hidden in food. So like when I do the egg white protein spare modified fast whatever breads, my body doesn't realize it's the egg. React no way, shape, or form with the eggs in that. But yeah, so we'll see what this little CGM says. We're gonna do this really fast because we are up. We're at 30 minutes, well 32 33 minutes now, and the CGM is saying 163. So almost a 60-point climb. Remember, this one was 105. What? I was literally saying I could never eat fruit again because it has climbed 60 points. But even the CGM says this is what you go by. If it is high, do not insulate. Like, don't give yourself insulin before you do a finger stick. So I'm over here freaking out, thinking I just went 60 points up. And I don't feel like I did, because I usually pass out. I usually get really sick. And I know it's measuring different things, blah, blah, blah. All right, let me go put this in my notes. Now the CGM just now is already gone down 8 points, starting to travel down. So here's the thing. Don't yell that it's Keto Mojo. It doesn't work. It works just fine because I've tested against my mom and my dad's, and they both have different ones. My dad's is from the VA. His was very expensive. And my mom is from the military hospital, and hers was expensive, just not the crazy price my dad's is if I was to buy one. And they are all within 1 or 2 points apart all the time. Keto Mojo works just as well as they do, and it's not very expensive in my opinion. Yeah. If I was to just go by this thing on my arm, even though it is coming down drastically very fast, at least so far it is, I would say can never eat a bowl of fruit again. I would say that. And I watch influencers do this all the time. But here's the difference. The Dexcon one, you calibrate it. Freestyle Libre has no way to calibrate, but everyone says the Plus works better. This one's up in 2 days, so we'll find out. I will continue. I'm not going to keep coming in here and poking my finger, because now I'm just at a loss. Okay, now we're at the 1 hour mark, and I am up 16 points on the CGM. So I took a huge spike on the CGM. Huge, went up almost 60 points at the 30-minute mark. 30 minutes later, I am only 16 points. But my blood glucose one never, I forgot to record my last one, but it never went over 16 points. Like it was 11 points, something like that. 116 was the highest it had gotten. I did Google. I started Googling because it irritated me. It does say blood glucose works way faster than the fluid that is in your cells, because that's what this is measuring, not your blood glucose, the CGM. So maybe I had a spike, and within minutes my body did what it was supposed to and brought it back down. That I would have never ever seen, but my fluid saw it because that's the CGM. All I know is for sure, if I was just going by blood glucose monitoring every 15 minutes, it was never more than exactly what, 14? No, less than 14. 11. Exactly 11 points. That's the highest. At least we're at the 1 hour mark. And mine has never gone up past that. So we will see. And the CGM's already on its way down. It started coming down like at 35 minutes after. It started to drastically drop back down very, 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 very quickly. So yeah. The real thing for me is though, because even when I was not doing keto, when mast cell only had me eating potatoes and bread, my A1C was still a 5.1. Okay. It was still under control, even when I was having high spikes constantly. So my thing is, will I go up or down in weight tomorrow? Right? Will I go up or down? We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to start experimenting with more things because the cold is coming. It'll be here before I know it because it takes a long time to experiment with stuff. To see what I can and can't eat during mast cells where I could still be healthy and lose weight. And if it spikes my sugar, I want it going down this fast. According to blood glucose, it never spiked my sugar. Didn't do crap to me so far after an hour. The CGM tells a different story, but that spike was in a 15-minute window. Literally. That spike happened in a 15-minute window. And then it started coming back down. So at 15 minutes after, it started to go, right? It got to like 33 something or something like that at 15. And then it went on up. Maybe I can put screenshots on the computer and explain it better, like, and take video. We'll see if I remember to do that. Sometimes I'm exhausted when putting these together. Now, here's the consequences. I'm a little sleepy. I did not get an energy rush like I did in July, but I'm also having serious trouble sleeping, and it did take a few days to kick in the last time I did this. I feel some heartburn. I do feel heartburn, unfortunately, and it's probably the sugar count. It might have been the blackberries, because when blackberries aren't very sweet, I don't process them very well. It's weird. I'm also having severe stomach cramps, so maybe that means I'm going to go to the bathroom, but it's excruciating right now, and I'm worried how high it is. It is the diverticulitis stuff, because, blackberries have seeds in them, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see. It's just, I'm hungry. And it's probably because, at least according to the CGM, I went up drastically, which makes your ghrelin hormone go insane. It's why people with diabetes are always friggin' starving. Always friggin' starving. Now, y'all, let me tell you. I've seen firsthand how Ozempic, I know. But just hear me out. How Ozempic can quiet the food noise in people. My dad has food noise 24/7. Alright? 24/7. But he has been off his Ozempic for 3 weeks now trying to get this surgery. Because you cannot be on it and get a surgery of any kind. Okay? So, that being said, his food noise is a billion times worse. Like what it was before the Ozempic. Okay, the Ozempic controls his blood sugars, quiets the noise, even though he still talks about food all the time, and he's unable to eat as much, and he did lose 50 pounds on it, but he gains really fast when he goes off, like really fast, because that food noise is back in there. And I've heard this story from a lot of people.
it heals the food noise while you're taking it only, and then when it's off, the food noise comes back. If you've never had food noise, then let me try to make you understand what it is. All right? And this is what pisses me off about nutritionists, okay? When say you're a food noise person, you're addicted to sugar, you love sugar, and you love potatoes, and you crave them, you think about them, they talk to you, even though you have diabetes and they're killing you, you can't stop because they are calling your name. What does a nutritionist say? Don't take it off all the way. Don't do that to yourself. Just go down to 1 or 2 days a week. Learn to I'm forgetting the word now. But anyways, they're telling you, you need to learn to control yourself. Bitch, please. I know, I said a bad word because it irritates me. Because would you tell that to an alcoholic? Well, just have a shot of tequila once a week. Would you tell that to someone who's addicted to cigarettes? Would you tell someone who had a meth issue or any other kind of drugs? No, you wouldn't. You would say, stay the heck away from it, and let's go to AA, and let's go to Narcotics Anonymous, whatever it's called. You got a gambling addiction? Do not gamble once a week or once a month. No, you stay away from it forever. But because they think food is necessary and carbs are necessary, that you just need to learn how to eat less of it. No, they need to learn to not eat it at all because it is a slippery slope. Okay? Just like an alcoholic who gets a whiff of friggin' alcohol, or a person who stops smoking. It kills them to smell that cigarette smoke. It makes them have cravings. The drugs and alcohol is talking to you. Don't you want me? Blah, blah, blah. Your life would be better. You'd be happier. You'd be joyful. Blah, blah, blah. Well, the food noise for those people are the same way. The addiction for those kind of foods are the same way. Because let me tell you, donuts still talk to me. Donuts still talk to me every day. Well, not every day. Like when I do a lot of steak and stuff, it's a lot more quieter in my head. But donuts and brownies, especially brownies, but I can control myself with them because sugar makes me desperately ill. Like over the toilet, throwing up ill. It's what's helped me also not drink any kind of carbonated drink, so I don't go for Diet Cokes or anything. I would be desperately ill throwing them up, and I'm sure this is all due to my MCAS, but that helps me not, like, eat them. It just does. Because it's pumpkin spice season, but I can't have cinnamon, I can't have pumpkin stuff at all because of my MCAS. But let me tell you, it is very hard this time of year before realizing the MCAS was what was making me throw up eating the cinnamon and stuff. It was really hard because I always wanted to go to Krispy Kreme donuts and get me that friggin' pumpkin spice donut, and it was my favorite. And the pumpkin spice friggin' ice creams and different things like that, they would talk to me every day. But the MCAS has helped my brain be like, that will make you sick. Like I had to once I realized it was making me sick more than being fat, okay, more than being fat, because that wasn't enough at some points when I was stressed out. I didn't care. It literally was, you're gonna throw up. So now when we leave the gym, Dina always points out my favorite donut shop is Croissant Donuts. They're shaped like croissants filled with all kind of yummy stuff, and used to that would piss me off when he would point it out and say, don't you want to go get it, blah blah blah. Like I would get really, really angry because I wanted it. But now I'm like, they'll make me throw up. I'll have diarrhea all over myself, even in public. My throat might swell shut. I'll get hives, and then I'll get fatter. But the fat is the very last thing that ever pops in now. Most of the time it doesn't, because I know it's going to literally make me physically sick to have sugar. So it makes it extremely easy for me to stay away from it. Okay. Now before, when I went to Hawaii, I didn't know that that's what was making me sick, and I would eat all the sugar and eat all this stuff with Dino.
We would do like 3 days a week off keto, the rest of the time on keto. The whole time I was there, I would have gained more weight because every time I went for 6 weeks, I gained anywhere from 20 and 30 pounds. It came off very fast because a lot of it was water weight because I didn't overeat calories at all, but I ate a lot of friggin' carbs. Like everything was just carbs. Plus I also spent a lot of time every week throwing up with a bucket on a toilet, which I thought I was having heat exhaustion because his house was so hot, but it could have been that or the food was triggering my mast cell activation syndrome because the heat was awful. But I'm not going to knock people who need Ozempic, but they either need to learn to eat differently to reprogram their brains, or they need to face the fact it is a lifetime medication that they will be staying on. There's no way around that. Okay, you either need to learn to reprogram your brain about food, figure out, were you just an emotional eater, were you addicted, or did you overeat? Okay, everyone fat did not overeat. Okay, did you have a health problem? The Ozempic helps a lot of things too, they're finding out. Not just weight loss, not just blood sugar. They are finding out it helps a lot of things, but like everything that helps a lot of things, there are some people it's going to destroy their lives, right? It's going to destroy their stomachs. It's had a lot of bad adverse reactions with people, but it's also had a lot of good reactions with different people. So I used to be like, no, that's the worst thing, don't do it. If you can control yourself, if you can come to realization and try keto or something that will work for you, I would never take it without trying something like keto first. It kills me with the people that say, oh my god, keto is so unhealthy, but I'm going to go take Ozempic and then I'm going to come off of it. How are you going to keep your weight off, Karen? How? You're not. 9 times out of 10 they all gain it back, and there's been a study and that proves it. You have to change. You have to change. I had to change. And I wasn't on Ozempic. You have to change. That's just, you got to figure out what isn't working with your body. For me, it's not calories in, calories out. For me, it's the carbs, and it could be the inflammation those types of carbs was putting in my body, shooting my cortisol levels up, causing more mast cell reactions, and then a landslide of unhealthiness, which causes tons of inflammation and fat to accumulate on your body. Okay, don't let anyone tell you if you got a lot of health problems that's just about calories in, calories out. Run from those people, because that is not true. That's not true. If you have adrenal gland issues, if you have Cushing's syndrome, you might as well forget it. You need to go get that removed, that little thing removed out of you, because you could be eating nothing and gaining weight like there's no tomorrow with Cushing's syndrome. And polycystic ovary syndrome, I don't care what they say, is the same as that way. So, not as bad. Cushing's is really bad. I've been tested for like a million times. Every time I was tested this past summer because I had gained so much weight, and it's all because of my mast cell. It's all because of mast cell. But anyways, I'm rattling on. So, I will continue to check my blood sugar, especially at 2-hour mark. But I'm not going to take it as a loss and not eat that again, because my glucose itself was fine. It was fine. It's been 2 hours exactly, and I will not eat it that way again because I am friggin' starving. I am hungrier than I have been in months. Like, I am awfully hungry. Like, it hurts. My stomach is growling, and it doesn't do that. No, next time I'm going to eat it with something or not. First of all, I'm not going to eat that much at one time anymore. I just was doing an experiment. We'll see what the scale says tomorrow. But I'm so hungry. I'm argumentative. I'm not in a good mood. I am hungry like I could eat a horse hungry. You know that saying? I'm starving. So I'm going to have some pork loins with some salt on it. I've weighed them out. It is 6 ounces. I'm going to have them. Even though I said I was going to go low protein, I just won't put fat on them.
because I could throw up. I'm not hungry, y'all. So it was eating that or eating some carrots. So we're going with this. Yep. No. Do not want to sit here and be this hungry. And y'all, it didn't taste yummy like my friggin' steak and butter. It didn't. It didn't. I got no pleasure out of it. I am learning that my body has changed. It prefers salt over sugar now. I am craving savory things. I am not craving sugar anymore. That's probably why it's okay for me to pass donuts up now. I am not craving to have that canned diet soda. I am not craving to have a keto treat. I am craving my beef and butter. Like craving it. And my cheese. I do crave my cheese. Not going to lie. But I have no desire for the fruit. And now I'm going to see if Dina wants it or if my parents want it, because I don't want it. It left me hungry. It didn't satisfy me. And like when I eat my beef and butter, especially when I eat my grilled hamburgers with my cheese on it, it's like eating pizza to me. Like the delicious, amazing, love every friggin' bite that goes into my mouth. That is what happens. Okay? And that, I did not feel that way eating the fruit. I did in July, but July was very close, well, into June, July was very close, more close to when I started versus now. And my taste buds, my brain has just switched. So yeah, that's not happening again. I thought it was going to, but it's not. I've changed my mind. And I can do that. I can change my mind because it's my journey, and I'm definitely changed my mind on it. I don't care if another ounce never comes off that scale. I don't care if I'm in a little bit of pain, because the fruit does help in the pain. I don't care, because yes, I am a little, I did kick out of the sleepy stage, but this hunger tells me my blood glucose, even if the finger prick said it didn't go up, it did. Because the only time I get so starving afterwards is when it goes up. Also, it wasn't satisfying. And like I said, I'd rather have savory. Oh, Mom's calling. I decided to go ahead and have some breakfast this morning. My 1 New York strip patty, 4 eggs, 3 tablespoons of butter, whole lot of salt. It is the 11th. It is 12. Hopefully it doesn't make me sick. But I actually woke up hungry. Well, I wasn't hungry until I cooked Dino some eggs, and that made me hungry. So, as you can see, I almost forgot to film. Alright, about to go get dressed. Just did my little bit of makeup. And then gotta put clothes on. Just making sure those eggs and stuff settle. It's only been like 30 minutes since I ate them, so I'm just making sure they settle and I don't have any issues with them, because I'm going to Sam's, so it's like a 30-something minute drive if there's no traffic, and then doing the shopping and back. When I eat in the morning, my stomach always feels heavy, and it definitely feels heavy right this minute, but I wanted to eat the main meal like that in the morning. I don't think I'm going to eat any more meat today. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if I told y'all yesterday I went back and ate the rest of my pork loin. I might have told y'all. So the cat is really distracting me. What are you doing, Praline? You'll know. Anyways, I am planning on having fruit again today, just a different amount. So the CGM made me not want it whatsoever, but the finger thing did. I know we're all here wondering, did the scale go up? Because that was a 55 carb day. Did the scale go up, right? Did it? No, it did not. I am 178.4. So I'm exactly at the lowest I've been during this whole process. That's what I was a few days ago. So it didn't cause any, yeah, stop. It didn't cause any inflammation. It actually probably brought some of my inflammation down because, okay, my energy score when I was waking up every day, I was telling you I felt so sleepy, blah, blah, blah. And my energy score was okay. It was in the okay range. It was like in the 70s, according to this watch right here. It reads what you slept and how fast you woke up and actually moved around and did things instead of laying in bed or stuff. My energy score today was almost a 90. That's the highest it's been in a long time. I don't have that brain fog going on right now, so I'm thinking the fruit is helping. I don't have the fibromyalgia pain I've been whining about for over a week now, saying I feel my fibromyalgia coming early this year. And I made a reaction yesterday saying, oh, but I feel sleepy after eating it, and it caused this severe, severe hunger, and the CGM said it went up, so I'm not going to eat anymore. We're going to just leave out the watermelon. We're just going to leave out the watermelon and see what happens. Because... So I'm either having it or not having it because I don't have a lot left. I'm not having the blackberries either. They're gross. I don't have a lot left. So if I don't have the bowl, it'll just be my keto chow stuff. Okay. Something like that. We will see. But it's going to be a more... Oh, and I didn't eat my butter. I accidentally grabbed the salted butter, and I don't like salted butter whatsoever. Cut like that, like it's too salty. I don't like it. I like the one with no salt. So the one you've been seeing me eat, the 3 tablespoons twice a day, that is no salt. Yeah, it is cream and yummy, and it is no salt. So I didn't eat it because it was gross. I like to cook with the salt, like the salted butter. I do not like to eat the salted butter whatsoever. The taste is totally different in my opinion. So that didn't happen, but I did eat all the eggs, and I ate all the beef, of course. I did let one of the little pieces, which was like half a tablespoon, melt on it. But yeah, still got brain fog. Gonna have it no matter what. All my conditions causes it. Okay, whether it's the fibromyalgia, whether it's my MCAS, whether it's dysnomia. I know I say it wrong. Whether it's any of those, I always get brain fog. Okay, lack of sleep, stress, whatever you want to. There's a billion things. I just get it, and it's only occasionally it's gone. Okay. If you were wondering and you're new here, what is MCAS? It's mast cell activation syndrome, and it's where your mast cells in your body goes crazy. So, they cause migraines, they cause allergic reactions, they cause severe gut issues. Mine causes severe gut issues due to my body thinking it's allergic. The mast cells inside my stomach, which is the most you got in your whole body is in your stomach, goes insane sometimes and thinks I'm having an allergic reaction, and it wants everything that's been in my body to come back out. Which means my blood pressure is tanking to the ground because during an allergic reaction, your blood pressure drops very low. My body goes into shock. My pulse goes sky high. I'm shaking, my teeth are chattering, I cannot talk, I cannot stop crying because my body is in physical shock. And I'm on a toilet with a bucket because everything's coming back out of me. And it's horrible. It is awful. Awful, awful. Also, my temperature drops low during that time. I already have low temperature and it drops way lower. Most people be like, oh my God, you're hypothermic. No, my body's done it my whole life. But when it does happen, it does cause me to get extremely sick and ill. So that is what mast cell is, and dysnomia is I think it's your vagus nerve. I'm not sure. It's your main nerve through your body that controls everything from every function, every organ, and mine is effed up and has been all my life. That is not a new condition. I've had it since I was a baby. I just thought it only had to do with my passing out when I bent over and my ears ringing, seeing stars. But come to find out, after doing some research, because I never paid attention to it, almost everyone with mast cell has it as well. And they don't know what came first. Did your mast cell cause it? Or did it cause your mast cell? Right? Plus I have fibromyalgia and, you know, all kind of garbage. But we're working on it. I had everything golden. Golden! And the stupid long hole C word came, the Delta version, the same one Wendy and Harry got. And it destroyed everything. Destroyed everything. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm only 20 pounds from my lowest, y'all. Just 20 pounds, okay? I had gained 97 pounds. I say 100 because it was close enough. And it might have even been 100 because I stopped weighing after I saw the 97 pound gain. And it was not from eating too many calories. No, 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 no. It was not whatsoever because I was on 1,200 calories at that time. All right? Nope. It was the inflammation, it was the hormones in my body, it was having to just eat carbs, which was causing insulin to go crazy. I was mainly on Hawaiian rolls, plain baked potatoes, not even with butter because I couldn't handle butter even. I can only handle a tiny bit of my coffee in the mornings. Then some deli meat from Boar's Head, but then I wouldn't eat it after that whole incident in that they had in their warehouse last summer. Last summer. So I had stopped eating it. And I will be honest, last summer when I hit the 255s and it was not going anywhere during the winter, I literally said, I'm done. I'm done trying to lose weight. I'm just going to get rid of my smaller clothes. I mean, I got rid of a bunch of smaller clothes in February because I was done. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm done. Everything makes me sick. Even the Hawaiian rolls started making me sick. Everything, I was throwing up all the time. I was done. I didn't think there was any way to ever get back on keto no matter how much I tried. And then I found things that were triggering me, causing me to have episodes every day, causing me to not be able to eat a lot of foods because it was making my mast cell go crazy because it's a histamine bucket. It doesn't mean that strawberry or that egg is what just made me sick, okay? It means the histamines from those items just got added to all the other items I experienced throughout the day, including lighting, sound, smells, temperature, stress. And then my real allergies, environmental allergies, on top of it, which is like ragweed, dust, different things like that. And it fills up a bucket. You have a bucket and it just fills up until it blows up insane. And this is every single specialist on mast cell explains it this way because there's no other way to really explain it. So you got this bucket and once everything's overfilled it explodes. Okay. And some people can't control it whatsoever. They have feeding tubes because they can't find any foods they can eat whatsoever, or they can't live with the constant nausea, throwing up, and they couldn't figure out how to fix it. Because a lot of them got it from the C word and they did not have it their whole life, or they got it, they're like young teenagers. It's really big with young teen girls, like early 20s, and they got it in their, like after 16, and they couldn't live with it. It was too much, so they all got feeding tubes and different things, and they're able to not starve to death. These girls were also extremely skinny, and they needed those feeding tubes or they wouldn't make it. Me, on the other hand, have been living with this since I was born, and I'm 47 years old. They just told my mom I was allergic to everything because I would eat my food and just throw it up as a baby. Instantly, that I must just be highly sensitive or allergic to everything. So, and my skin test when I was a kid did come back. I was allergic to every single thing out there. But I had mast cell. And one thing about mast cell is I'm also allergic to pressure. So when they did the old-fashioned scratch test, my body swole. My whole entire back swole. Okay, and they did it for weeks at a time. It was torture. I swole. I have pressure. I'm allergic to pressure. So the skin tests do not work on me. They learned that years ago. It can't work on me because it'll say I'm allergic, but it's not a real allergy. The blood test will say I'm not allergic, but I have allergic reactions because of mast cell. But I gave up. But after removing the product that someone said, like the alcohol, cleaning sprays and the hand sanitizer, alcohol wipes. Once I saw this girl with it, who I had been watching for a long time, who had a feeding tube, I was like, I use that on the daily, like 100 times a day. Got rid of it, and within 30 days, my life changed, and I was able to go back to keto. I still have symptoms, I still have issues, and I still have my histamine buckets that's overflowed, like it did my whole life. But I don't have it every single day where I am crying, wishing I was dead. So, I kept going. The thing is, you just keep going. And I didn't have a choice. Everyone relies on me, and I needed to be stronger and be healthier. So the moment I realized I could start doing keto again, even if that meant sometimes I'm doing low carb keto, like a phase 3 with 75 total carbs, and other times I'm doing 0 carbs. That's just how it's going to be. I'm a cycler. I've decided to just be like carb cycler, like not a normal carb cycler, but a keto carb cycler, meaning I never go over 75 total carbs, but sometimes I'm 0. And sometimes I'm 55, and sometimes I'm 5. Like, whatever I have to do to maintain my health is what I do that day. So I can't do challenges. I can't say, we're doing this only, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't work. It doesn't work for me. But this is working. So, let me go throw on some clothes, because now it's been 46 minutes since I've eaten talking to y'all, and I do not feel sick, which means I can go... I can go to Sam's now and get Dino some stuff. This is the cuteness. My dad's surgery is in 2 days as long as everything goes well. He is getting laser surgery on his eyes right now because the pressure in his eyes are so high, he'll go blind. So they needed to do that. They're lasering some holes in his eyes. They do it about once a month. Like, it's a lot. The little drops don't take his pressure down. So, and he can drive afterwards. He's had it done so many times. He can see better. Like, it doesn't affect him. Y'all becoming YouTube stars. Who's gonna win? Is it gonna be Willow? Or is it gonna be Praline? Who's gonna win? Willow already has a cauliflower ear from fighting too much. Okay, y'all starting to look like y'all gonna fight for real. Got the paws up. Got the paw. Got the paw. Oh, no. Praline, does that mean you won since she ran away? Praline, did you win? Did you get the gold medal? You did. You kicked her butt. Aw, you kicked her butt. Aw, you need a reward? Okay, I'll come give you a reward. There's your reward. Good boy. Good boy. You're so cute. Yes, you are. Say goodbye. Alright, y'all. I want to get out of here. Look how nasty it looks. This looks awful. And it's even darker than what my camera is showing. I don't like how it's shaped right this second. Not going to lie. So let's get out of here. Let's get home. This is the parking lot where I've almost gotten hit by lightning. The lightning storms go insane because it's the Sam's parking lot. So yeah, let's get out of here. I think I'm gonna be driving away from it, not towards it. We'll see. We'll see once I get up on the highway. Yeah, I'm gonna be driving away from it. Woohoo! That does not look pretty, y'all. That looks nasty. I would think that was like black smoke or something. It's so bad. And you can smell the rain coming. You can smell the rain. And the temperature is dropping quickly, and that's why I do not like the shape of it. before. But I should have Googled, like, when was it gonna rain in Fayetteville? Alright, I think I can get my windows down now. Alright, now I'm going to drive like 20 miles an hour. I really do not like driving in the rain. I mean, it's better since I got my all-weather tires. I don't skid like I did before because my other tires were not meant for rain. That's for sure. But I still hate it. I hate worrying about other drivers slamming into me or me not being able to see all of a sudden. And it's really loud. And it sets my MCAS off. I am so nauseous right this minute, it's not even funny. And of course the windshield wipers, there we go. The windshield wipers do not help with the nausea, by the way. Because on top of everything, I have vertigo and they mess with my vertigo. So, and I guess it's a low pressure and I might be yelling, I don't know, because my ears are so stopped up right this second. It just all of a sudden became painful and stopped up. So a perfectly great day when I feel amazing can turn out where I can't hear. My ears are stopped up. I'm seeing spots in front of my eyes and I'm nauseous. But hopefully it won't last long. There's no lightning. Only during lightning storms do I get really sick with MCAS and it lasts all night. All night when I get MCAS with lightning. It's horrible. Oh, I did buy some stuff. I shouldn't have went into the home goods store, but I did. And I will show y'all. And I don't even know if I even would have put it, but I had to have it. I don't know why they gotta make stuff I like. Stuff you know will never, ever be seen again. Like, it's the only one, even the workers like, oh my god, when did that get put out? And it's the only one in the whole building. And then when you look it up, it's worth a lot of money. Well, like if I was to buy it somewhere else, it would be a fortune. Hopefully I'll be home soon before more rain hits. I get everything out of the car, took my mom's stuff down, and the storm has followed me. It's starting to rain here now. The sky is starting to look nasty behind me. So, oh, honey, can you let me through that door? The first thing I bought, and yes, it's big. It is actually really big. So, it wouldn't fit on the shelf I wanted, but it fits right there. I had to, y'all. I can leave this out all year long. This does not scream Halloween to me. See that beautiful pink? That does not scream Halloween. It screams nostalgia with a twist of Barbie. Me and I'm in love with it. It is just so pretty. So grab the pink glass pumpkin. I leave pumpkins around all year long because when they are not orange, to me they are just pretty decorations. The other pumpkin I got to go up here. This one right here, see? It matches perfectly up here. Love it. 30 keto chow time. 9 ounces of my pH balanced water. 3 ounces of frozen organic strawberries, 1 pack of candy raspberry keto chow, and filled with ice to blend. Look how nice and thick this is. Okay, we'll see how it reacts to me. Yes, my soap's dirty. That's how thick it is. It's got an air pocket. It's gonna be so yummy. Alright, I went outside, got freezing cold because I got soaking wet, took a shower. I'm still a little cold on the inside, so I decided to air fry my pork loin. I have 9 ounces I plan on eating and maybe a serving of carrots. There's 3 servings in that bag. So we'll see. I'm going to eat really slowly.